Before we get started with our agenda, let me turn the floor to Representative Stone, who has been so gracious to offer this room to us today and really give us the opportunity to be here, as well as Representative Diaz from Miami, who is a leading sponsor of a lot of the digital learning work here in the state. So welcome and thank you to both representatives.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate the hospitality. Thank you, all of you, for being involved in the education process. My name is Charlie Stone, and I represent House District 22, which is all of Levy County and a portion of Marion County, which is in Central Florida, best known for Ocala, the horse capital of the world. I've been fortunate to serve on 5 committees this session, two of them involved in education. I'm honored to serve on the Choice and Innovation Committee for Education and also the Education Appropriations Subcommittee. I've learned an awful lot about the Choice and Innovation Subcommittee that I serve on, because that's the area that we deal in with digital learning, with virtual learning, and all of those things that wasn't available when I was in my school training. And I thank you for being involved in that. Also want to thank the Microsoft people. I'm glad to see them here today, because they do play an important part of what you are doing each and every day. I've taken the bold step of doing something that normally people of my age would not venture out in doing. When I learned a little bit about digital learning, I thought, what's the best way to really get a handle and a grip on what is happening in the digital world? I volunteered to sit in on a class. So as soon as session is completed, I'm going to be a student. I'm going to spend some time in a class actually learning what happens each and every day in digital learning. So I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to doing that. So perhaps if we can do this event again next year, I'll come back and share my experiences with you and what I actually witnessed occurring at the level that as a student and not just a legislator. So thank you for that. There's a lot of activity going on education with different bills. One of the best bills that I had the pleasure of supporting and voting on a week or so ago was the digital learning bill that was actually sponsored by my very good friend, my roommate up on the 10th floor, Representative Manny Diaz, and I'll ask him to come say some good things about his bill. Welcome, Manny.
Thank you, Representative Stone. That's a bold step. I didn't know you were doing that, but I really do appreciate Representative Stone's support when we embarked on this digital learning voyage with this bill. He had a lot of questions, and there was a lot of pressure, because, as you all know, there's a lot of resistance when you talk about change, and our world, as all of you know, is moving in a direction in which technology is key, and a lot of times our schoolhouses and the way that our students are learning has not caught up. This bill, and I'm going to talk to you mostly about the bill, is a bill about access to education. No matter where you are, we are removing the barriers to virtual courses. So no longer do you have to take a virtual course if it's inside your county. You can go to any of the 67 counties virtually and take a course, and that makes a lot of sense. I know to people in this room, it makes a lot of sense if you're taking a class digitally, that you have no boundaries. We're also creating course codes for blended learning courses, so they're not bound by the same rules or regulations as a regular course. There are a few models, and I won't get into those, but I know some of you are familiar with those. The real infusion of technology and the flipped classroom, and the use of tablets and all these wonderful tools that we have. We also have opened up the access to different providers, including something that is very cutting edge, which is accredited courses, and a lot of you know them as MOOCs. We try to stay away from that term because some people don't understand it. There is a framework under this bill that allows the State Department of Education to create a place where MOOCs can become accredited as long as they're tied to a state exam. So we're expanding the boundaries. We're encouraging districts with a pilot program of district innovation schools where they receive the flexibility, including class size flexibility, if they participate in one of the 3 accepted blended learning models. So we're really excited about this bill. We passed it through the House. It's now over in the Senate. We urge you guys, if you have anybody over there, to make sure you push for your support for that bill. I appreciate Representative Stone's invitation to be here. I appreciate you guys being here in the Capitol. And if you have any other questions about the digital learning bill, feel free to come and see us. I'll be around most of the day. And again, thank you for being here. Thank you, Representative Stone.
Thank you, Representative Stone, and also Representative Diaz. We are excited and thrilled to be here. Again, we appreciate the generosity of Representative Stone to give us this opportunity to meet today, and also for Representative Diaz for being such a strong supporter of the digital learning and the digital education here in Florida. The only thing, Representative Stone, I believe you said you were from the horse capital of the world. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. I'll have to challenge you on that one. I think we've got a few other horses in Kentucky, and we'll chat after the event today. Again, welcome. We do appreciate you being here with us today. We're excited to have a wonderful agenda, an agenda which we feel will give you a lot of information, contacts from here in the state as well as outside to understand what's happening nationally as well. Unfortunately, our opening keynote speaker has been stuck in Atlanta overnight. None of us realized the hectic pace of Atlanta with the Final Four leaving. So he was not able to get out late last night. He will be here with us this morning, but thanks to the Leon County schools and their teachers and staff, they have generously offered to jump to the front of the agenda. So we're going to start with Superintendent Jackie Pons. He's going to share a few words and then turn it over to Griffin Middle and their school. Welcome. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I just want to welcome everybody and thank Microsoft for their leadership in technology. And to start, I'd like to introduce our school board chair who's with me today, Joey Bowen. If Joey would raise her hand and stand in the right there. Let's give her a big hand for her leadership. Actually, the first thing I'm going to talk about is technology visioning. Where are you at as far as an individual, as a technology leader in the field? And one of the things Joy did to begin with when I was elected, and I've been elected 3 times now, is she understood, just like I do, that the number one way to close the achievement gap throughout this country is through the use of technology. There's not anything more powerful that we can give to our students than to give them the technology that opens up the world right in front of their eyes, where they're not learning in the classroom 7-8 hours a day. Children learn 24 hours a day with technology. And that's the world that we have today, and that's what we can do in our school systems throughout this nation if we have the commitment to move forward in this area. Joy felt like it was important that we take our Tharp Street corridor. There are 3 schools there, Riley, Griffin, and Godby, and to try to equip those schools with state-of-the-art technology. We did that, and we'll tell the Griffin story today, which is an unbelievable story, and we're seeing results that we've never seen before. Why don't we do this around the nation at a higher level? We know it works. We know it's the most powerful thing we can do. There's just one reason. We have to pay for it. We have to be committed to pay for it. And that's the issue that you don't hear a lot of people talk about. And if there's anything I would encourage you to do today as an individual, is be an ambassador of technology. Go out into the world and talk about, like I do wherever I go, what it can do for the future of our nation, the future of our state. What can it do for all of our children to empower them to learn 24 hours a day? So as we move forward and we talk about what's going on, not only here in Florida, but in Leon County, I can tell you there's some important legislation that's going on right now. One is the Cape Academy bill that's moving forward that is going to change the way we think about education here in our state, to equip our kids with industry-level certification as they move through school, and several certifications. So not only they can be successful going to college, which is a dream that of course is very important, but also they'll be equipped for the jobs of the future. They'll be equipped to walk right out of high school and possibly get an industry-level job and to earn a living forever in the fields that we know where the jobs are needed. So I think we have to change our focus on technology and on education, and we have to be leaders in that area. I salute our state board the other day for what they did. They brought forth a budget of almost $500 million for technology for this state. And I got up in front of them because sometimes I'm hard on them. We don't agree on everything. But I wanted to tell them that they're leading the way when it comes to pushing technology throughout our state. And you've got to make a stand on issues that you believe in. I've watched what has happened in my life over the past 8 years when it comes to technology. And I would challenge you, think where you are today and where you were 10 years ago. And I want to tell you about these students that are here today. They learn differently than we learned. They access information differently. We have to teach them differently than we were taught. And we have to equip our teachers with the professional development. We have to allow them to do some teaching in the classroom. Now that sounds kind of scary, doesn't it? They're equipped to be the next teachers right now. And the most powerful thing we can do sometimes is to let them teach their classmates with the use of technology. They actually even sometimes, I don't want anybody to fall out of your chairs today, sometimes they teach the teachers. And that's okay. You know, we should accept that because technology involves us. We're always evolving, we're always learning, we're always improving. So all that is okay, but that's the new world that we live in today and that we all must embrace. We talk a little about schools of innovation, how important that is. Hey, if I was building a new school today and I was building a school of innovation, let me tell you where I would start. Number one, my number one focus would be technology. Technology, technology, technology. I would want to have the state of the art, everything that jumps, everything when kids walk in the room, they're excited, they're turned on, everything that they want to reach out and touch. And you know what you would find? Those kids will perform at a higher level than any children that we have if we give them that type of technology. I think there's a little confusion out there about the digital divide and what we need to do digitally. We talk about how we're going to deliver the next content, and a lot of people think, well, what we want to do digitally is take our textbooks and you put them online where the kids can access them, and that's the real use of technology. I don't want to disappoint any of our textbook people that are here. That's not what the real technology is about. It's about empowering our children to have some type of device, some type of instrument in which 24 hours a day they can go to the internet, they can go get information, and they can teach themselves and teach others about technology. The world is not about what type of score that you score on an FCAT. You know, testing is important. You know, we've tested forever. But let me tell you what's more important. Teaching these children to go out and solve problems with the use of technology and to learn information about technology. Teaching them to go out and to Google and find all the information related to the topic that we're discussing in the classroom today. Come back tomorrow with this. Tell me what you found out about this. Tell me what they're doing in China and India related to this issue. We can do all that today. But some places, somewhere other than Tallahassee, because we wouldn't do that in Tallahassee, we're still teaching like we did 10 years ago. We're afraid to embrace this new wave of thinking. We can do better as a state. We can do better as a nation. So as I close today, I'm going to challenge you, and I know I'm preaching to the choir, as Ms. Bowen would say. You have got to be the leaders when it comes to technology. Students that are here, you've got to be the leaders. You've got to tell your story. You've got to go out and tell everybody that there's not anything more powerful we can do in this state than to get our students ready to acquire this information and give them the tools that they need. And also, you got to challenge superintendents like me. You got to challenge this legislature. If we know something, if we believe something works and we know it works, it's research-based, we got to pay for it. And we can't educate kids on the cheap in this state. We've tried to. We got to pay for it. But what are we paying for? we're paying for the future of our state. The most important thing that we have, the most important resource that we have, our children. So as I close today, I challenge you. I hope I've recruited a bunch of ambassadors for technology. I know you probably already are, or you wouldn't be here. I thank you for being here today, and we're going to show you what we've done in Leon County, because everybody can talk about technology. Last 5 years, we lost $111 million in our budgets, Leon County alone. A lot of programs had to be eliminated, a lot of cuts. They were tough times. But also, when you go through tough times, you find out what's important. And we still kept a high commitment to technology. And we're going to tell you a story today at Griffin Middle School that is a powerful story that is changing our children's lives every day. And even in difficult funding times, we're able to pull it off. So I want to introduce the principal of Griffin Middle School, a great principal, Gwen Thomas. And thank you for having me today.
Thank you, Superintendent Pons. I am so fortunate to serve as the principal leader and an educational leader here in Leon County. As you can tell, we have a visionary superintendent and a progressive school board, and it's my pleasure and privilege to serve here. We're going to begin with an opening video. The CAPE Academy is a tremendous addition to the Griffin Middle School Information Technology Program in that it provides opportunities for students to earn industry standard certifications. As a matter of fact, just between the months of August and December, Griffin was able to earn 29 certifications.
I really believe that all these kids can and will succeed, and that our economy is going to grow and flourish based on them. I mean, I truly think that talent is going to be Florida's global competitive advantage. And it's starting with what y'all are doing and what these kids are choosing to do.
Microsoft is one of the companies, one of the shall I say, entities that's involved in this particular program. And so it's a wonderful opportunity to be cutting edge in this way.
In the class, it gives us a skill set that is required in industry for Florida citizens. As a matter of fact, we are producing skills for our economy here. And so our children are able to take these jobs. We've actually had an opportunity with an employer already who's interested in bringing our students aboard to work with them.
The coolest thing about this deal is industry certifications. And obtaining these at a 12 and 13-year-old level as compared to other adults who, I mean, many adults now wish they had these industry certifications and are paying big money to get these industry certifications. And employers are looking for the talent. They're looking for individuals with these industry recognized certifications.
I think it would be the kind of program that any parent would want his or her child to be a part of.
It gives the students an opportunity to gain these skills so that they're ready for workforce or for college.
All interested parents and students are more than welcome to visit our Griffin website. On there you can complete an online application. You can come and have a shadow day. Whenever you stop by, we'll stop whatever we're doing, take you on a tour, let you visit the classrooms and see some of the great things that we have going on here on campus.
One interesting point is that I actually graduated from Griffin Middle School 30 years ago, and it's just been amazing to come back and see the transformation that this school has and just see the excitement as they're embarking on learning these new certifications.
Honestly, the reason I'm here today, it doesn't have so much to do with just sort of delivering a speech to you all or even talking about the certifications directly that you received the other day through all your hard work. But the other day when we were there and we were having the big announcement and the press was there and we had all of our administrators and teachers there, I really wanted to talk to you all.
After completing their certification, the students have a different aura about them. They're more confident in their ability to learn. Some kids who weren't level 3s on the FCAT and have been in remedial courses, now they found that they have their niche in something that's totally different. So kind of like a calling.
It's good for our students to be prepared for the future so that they will be able to support themselves and support families and to be active and productive members of society.
But I really wanted it to be market-based. Like what these kids are doing, this is what I always envisioned.
In this program, with them coming out being Microsoft certified, attending the internships that we've established for them, they'll be ready for the world of work.
Griffin is one of only 15 middle schools who have implemented this program. Even in other countries, college graduates are aiming for these certifications.
I'd like to begin by thanking Representative Stone and Representative Diaz, along with Ms. Goins, for the opportunity to speak to this assembly today. And I've already thanked my superintendent and my school board chair. I'd like to share just Griffin's humble story, and it's beginning giving you just a little historical view. And I want to let you know that I take great pride in telling this story. I, as a child, went to Griffin Middle School. It was founded in the early 1920s by the Primitive Baptist Church, and the founding name Griffin Normal and Industrial Institute honored the Reverend Henry Griffin, who was a state pastor here in Florida. In 1934, partial responsibility for this school was turned over to the Leon County Board of Public Instruction, and full responsibility for the campus was turned over in 1955. In 2008, the Florida Department of Education designated Griffin as an information technology magnet school. And with that designation, the physical plant and the curricular offerings metamorphosized into an information technology choice school, and later with the CAPE Academy, or with the Career and Professional Education Model School Academy. The completion of this designation opened transformational learning in Tallahassee's Thorpe Street corridor, which you heard Superintendent Pons speak about. The three schools, Riley Elementary School, Griffin Middle School, and Godby High School, were able to integrate technology in a cutting-edge way to students attending school in these corridors, and opened an opportunity for choice students to come into our district. The Academy has earned recognition through media, public meetings and addresses as it is today, and also being able to allow visitors to come into our campus and actually take a look at what our students are actually doing on site. We've worked closely with the Whetstone Group out of Atlanta. We've worked with Workforce Florida, Certiport, and also the Microsoft Corporation. Now, speaking about our facility, which is very nice, we house 35 intelligent classrooms, 7 state-of-the-art computer labs, 8 mobile laptop carts, 10 mini classroom labs, and an almost 1-to-1 student-to-computer ratio. Additionally, we operate on a dual platform, which allows our students to develop proficiency in PC and in Apple technologies. We are a Title I school, being in the inner city corridor, and our school has approximately 575 students currently enrolled. In our IT Academy, there are a total of approximately 76 students, and I have a group of students, a group of panelists today representing 20 of the students that are graduating from our academy on this year. And out of the anticipated 175 students that are coming into our school on next year, we anticipate a bumper crop of students entering our IT Academy with about 40 incoming 6th graders. Our plans for expansion include motivating students who may struggle with the traditional curriculum and offer them the opportunity to pursue information technology certification. The reality of equipping students in our community with marketable and rigorous relevant skills impacts their learning potential and also their earning potential. It lends itself to changing the socioeconomic status of the families we serve. We embrace the concept of career ready for all, college ready for some, while we enhance academics through the use of instructional and informational technology. Griffin is a designated Certiport site where students can earn their industry standard certification, and this is a highly rigorous program. The certifications that our students are earning at the middle school level are similar to those that are for students that are at the college level. Many of our high school students haven't even attained this. So when you hear of the students today, you're going to really see and hear something very special. Let's talk about the number of students and the certifications that we have. This is phenomenal. In our 20 students in the academy, 6 of those students have earned at least 1 certification. 9 of the students have earned at least 2 certifications. 6 of the students have earned 3 certifications, making them a Microsoft specialist. And 1 of those students has earned 4 certifications. The certifications range from Microsoft Office, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft Outlook. The rigorous and relevant skills give these students the foundation they need to compete on a global, in a global market. The analytics of our CAPE video, the one that was just previously seen, shows that 23 countries have viewed our video, including the United States, Singapore, and Canada. So this lets us know that we have something special. Many of the countries are also looking to Florida to see what those trends in education are. We are living the dream that has been spoken about, that has been talked about. It is realized in the product of our students today. The next phase of our program and the effort is to broaden our opportunities within the community to allow our students to have internships and job-related experiences. It's imperative to the success of today's digital learners to be able to acquire these skills, set relevant and changing trends in our national view as well as internationally, and to meet the demands of the job market. Not only are we empowering our students to provide Florida's workforce talent needs, we are ultimately equipping them to compete globally. At this time, I'm going to introduce to you a panel of students from Griffin Middle School, and as I call their names, they'll come up. We have with us on our panel Dorian Solomon, Sydney Light, Jonathan Everett, LaQuadria Harris, Shadrika Robertsons, DeAndrea Cover, and one of our students is still trying to get in, Sierra Pace. These students are 8th grade students at Griffin. They've been with us for the duration of their middle years. These students entered into our campus when we were under construction, when there was no building, when we were speaking about the opportunities that they would have. And their parents saw the value of this cutting edge and decided that Griffin was the place for their children. And now they've attained certifications and continue to work on those. I'm going to turn it over to this group of students, and you're going to be amazed.
Good morning, I'm Dorian Solomon, and I have acquired 3 certifications, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel.
Good morning, I'm Sydney Light, and I acquired 4 certifications in Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and Outlook.
Good morning, my name is DeAndrea Cover. I am certified in Microsoft Office Word, and Microsoft PowerPoint.
Good morning, my name is Jonathan Everett, and I am certified in Microsoft PowerPoint.
Good morning, my name is LaQuadria Harris. I'm certified in Microsoft Word and Microsoft PowerPoint.
Good morning, my name is Shadrika Robinson. I have 3 certifications in Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, and Microsoft Outlook.
High schools in Leon County also have IT programs. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if the high school of my choice has it, which is Florida State University Schools, also known as Florida High.
Galby High School is actually an IT school, but I'm actually focused on doing the Academy of Engineering and Academy of Finance.
I will be attending Galby High School next year, and I'm going to take the next level of this class so I can get certified in more things.
I will be attending Lincoln High School, and I will be hoping to attend their kindergarten.
These certifications are beneficial for me outside of school also, because my mother, she's a teacher and she has to present lessons to her class, so she's sometimes utilizing PowerPoint, so I'm able to help her with that.
It also benefits me because since my mother is a college student, I help her with her presentations and her reports.
I've utilized Microsoft PowerPoint to use presentations and work outside of the classes.
I've helped my mom do her homework with PowerPoint when she has projects and stuff.
I help my mom with Microsoft when she has presentations to do with her business.
I also even help my teachers around me if they need help and other things.
When I go to college, I want to be an engineer, and Excel will help me with that, help me to deal with numbers, and help me to use functions better.
When I go to college, I plan on being a computer engineer, so this is helping me get a head start in life.
I don't know what I plan on doing later in life, but I do plan on going to college or working with the workforce.
I plan to become a pharmacist, and Excel will help me with that. Even if you don't go to college, these certifications will help you get a good job, such as become a librarian or a teacher of choice.
I plan on being a teacher, and I would definitely love to pass these on to my students.
Also, we actually had recognition from the workforce, and I've actually received a letter from the chairman to come by working for him later as an adult. And I was also a speaker at the Gordon Mansion for the Workforce organization.
Good morning. I'm Susie Sanders. I am the computer technology teacher at Griffin Middle School. And before I get started, I first of all would like to commend my students because they really exceeded everyone's expectation except for mine. I knew what my students could do. When my principal asked, when my principal told me that we're going to have Microsoft Office certification, I'm like, okay, now how am I to implement this in the subjects that I'm already teaching? You can do it, but I don't have the textbooks, I don't have the knowledge. Oh, you're going to get professional development training. Miss Sanders, we're going to do this, you're going to do this, and the students will exceed. So let's get to work. And that's what I did. I had to go to professional development training. So the test that the students are taking, I had to take before I can teach the class. Now, my first year, I did Microsoft Office 2007. I came back to school this year, and I was told, oh, now you have to get certified in 2010. Okay, I can do this. So I went off and we did whatever we had to do to get this done. I thank my principal for having the vision that she has. I also thank Ms. Montgomery, who is our coordinator, for helping me out with this. The students really achieved and exceed what was expected of them. And if it wasn't for the parents, we have parents out there too, our parents we spend, parents of our students. I also have the help of our parents. In order to incorporate this on Monday, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we do Microsoft Office certification. The first one we worked on was Microsoft Word. All students received their certification in Word. And then we went on to Excel. And everybody was looking at me like, why are you doing Excel? Because my students can do it. Excel is really hard. My students can do this. Your students going to get certified in Excel? Yes, they are. How many of you have your certification in Excel? Okay, so, and we have some more students that are not here that are certified in Excel. So this is a good program for the students. They enjoy working with the various applications, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint. It gives the students the opportunity to decide, what career do I want in life? Where do I want to go? How do I want to go? Do I like Excel? Do I like PowerPoint? So it gives them a roadmap to further their career. Also, it gave them a roadmap to decide, well, maybe I'm not ready to go to college at this moment. Maybe I want to work for a little while. So they have the opportunity to work in different businesses because this is what they're looking for. Basically, I'm currently also taking some more computer classes because this has been challenging to me. So I'm at Florida A&M University, again, taking classes in computer technology. So I just want to commend my students on how well they did, how well they're doing, and I would like to thank my principal for giving me this opportunity and instilling in me, you can do this. And students, thank you, we did this.
We wouldn't be able to do all of the administrative requirements, lead teachers, and provide professional development for other members of our staff without my having the support of an IT coordinator. And that's in the person of LaToya Montgomery. Mrs. Montgomery is going to come and share with you how we recruit. Following Ms. Montgomery, you're going to hear from Mr. Ronald Lane, who is an information technology resource teacher and helps us to, number one, keep our technologies operational. Number two, scouts out new and innovative technologies for us to bring into schools. So Mrs. Montgomery, followed by Mr. Ronald Lane. Thank you.
My name is LaToya Montgomery, and I'm the Dean of Magnet Programs at Griffin Middle School. Under the directive of our visionary leader, Principal Lynn Thomas, our primary focus is academic excellence, but with an emphasis on character and leadership by serving others. It's important to us that our students are not only acknowledged for their academic achievements, but also because of their service and leadership in the community that we live and work in. Our students participate in several service learning activities. We take a walking field trip to Riley Elementary, where it's one of our feeder schools, and we mentor rising sixth graders and current kindergarten students. We also travel to Miracle Hill Nursing Facility, where we assist with recreational activities and aiding the young at heart. Annually, we collect toiletry items and create We Care kits for the homeless shelter. And we also hold a coat drive for the Homeless Coalition. In addition to serving the community, we strive to enhance academics through technology. In an effort to spread knowledge about anti-bullying, we created bullying posters and student-produced videos. We share school and community news through our state-of-the-art broadcast center, where WGMS is hosted each morning, as well as a student-created newsletter where our students interview dignitaries and others who have visited our campus. The use of technology is extended through fine arts and is used to compose music for our award-winning bands for school-wide events. Students are also privy to thematic, project-based curriculum where they create portfolios and design websites that showcase their work and travels with them throughout their middle school career. Both of these tools can be used to market our students when they are competing for internships with our business partners to gain hands-on experiences that will make them more marketable in tomorrow's workforce. Each year, we travel throughout the district raising awareness and spreading the word about all of the great programs that Griffin Information Technology Prep School has to offer. The competition to be a part of both the Information Technology Magnet Program and CAPE Academy is fierce. Both programs have a rigorous curriculum that will afford our students the opportunity to become more marketable
and be able to compete in a competitive global economy. We link core academic subjects and information technology to prepare students for today's digital world. We are preparing students with a unique skill set that will have them prepared for both post-secondary education as well as the workforce. We invite students and parents to stop by into our state-of-the-art facility or be guided by one of our ambassadors and participate in a shadow day. Anytime, any day, we welcome you. You can also schedule a tour on our website.
Good morning. My name is Ronald Lane, and I am a resource teacher. My job at Griffin is to make sure that everything that you've heard that people talk about today works. When you talk about the infrastructure, you're talking about the physical hardware, allowing the computers and the users to be able to work together. We have that in place. With the computers, when the kids come to school in the morning, when the teachers come to school in the morning, the only thing they know is they want this to be able to work. And it's my job to make sure that it works. At Griffin, all of the classrooms, as you heard Mr. Lynn Thomas say earlier, they are integrated, interactive classrooms where we have the use of the brand that we have, I say it should be light speed, okay? And that allows the teachers to project their voices so that every kid can hear. What the problem is, we have all of this technology. How are we going to keep this technology going? Funding. We need funding for technology. Every school should have, we should have iPads. We should have tablets. We should have Kindles. We should have Nooks. We should have all of these tools to use to create a cutting-edge environment. But without funding, we can't do that. We have about between 400 to 500 computers at Griffin. When things go down, teachers, students, they come to me. I have to in turn go to Ms. Lynn Thomas to find out how we're going to be able to fix these apparatus and get them back going so that the students can start to use them. And the word that I'm trying to bring today is that yes, technology is great, but at the same time, you can't forget that you need funding in order to repair, to keep all this technology going. Thank you.
We've given you a glimpse inside of our walls and on our campus. We've shared our story from my perspective, the principal, the teacher, the coordinator, the superintendent. We've heard the student's perspective. We are fortunate. We are one of the leading schools in the state of Florida, and that's not a misnomer. Within our district, we are the only middle school in our district with such a program. But what you're doing here is very important to our future and to our students. Please help us by making sure this legislation passes, making sure every student in the state of Florida has the same opportunities our students have. And in closing, I do want to share with you, our Sydney is also the webmaster for the National Achiever Society for the Nation, and he also serves as one of the anchors for our WGMS program as well as Deandria. Many of our students are participating in extracurricular activities, service clubs, and also sports during their free time. So they are actually literally digital learners. You see them with their earbuds, iPhones, iPods, their Androids, all of the different technologies. And we're also allowing them to use their own devices in the classroom under close supervision. So we're living the dream. We appreciate the opportunity to share our story. Thank you so much for having me.
I want to open the floor for questions, but if I may ask the first question myself, Gwen. I'm curious how you build this into your school day. Do you have the flexibility to adjust your day, your calendar? How do you build in the extra work for the students? And then to one of the students, tell us a little bit more about how you get certified and what that process looks like.
One of the things that we took on at heart was first with the opportunity, number one, to become an information technology magnet school. I had no clue. I understood using the computer for word processing and Outlook. And in the course of being charged with building a state-of-the-art facility with cutting-edge instruction was a challenge. But our district is also progressive. As you can see today, we even have one of our, the manager of our Leon County WLCS, Leon County Schools Public TV here, Mr. Denver Lee, who is one of the gurus in our district and does phenomenal work. He actually produced the video that we watched today. He manages the programming that goes out. So we have a cohort of support there. In my day, I had to become comfortable with the iPad. I'm going to tell a funny story. Each year we take a group of teachers to the Florida Education and Technology Conference, about 10 of us. We set aside approximately $7,000 of our budget to make sure we're getting the training and we're understanding the cutting edge educational products that are there. I was in one of the opening sessions with my slide phone and was trying to take notes, and I was A, B, C, A, M, N, and my IT coordinator looked at me and she said, "Really, Miss Lynn, really?" And so they all talked about me getting an update. So I can tell you now that I do have an iPhone, thank you, and I have to actually practice the certification skills that the students are using. I am pursuing a certification so that I can have a credential. Other teachers on the staff are interested because what we want, I was sharing with them yesterday, you have something to share. The attendees in the meeting want to hear what you have to say because you have something that I don't have, and you have it at such a young age. We want to follow your lead, and we want to also blaze this trail. So late nights, early mornings, and staying on the internet. Would one of you like to come and share?
To get a certification in any Microsoft program, with our help from our teacher, Ms. Sanders, we first start using geometric, which we start doing testing and training for each program. And when we start doing the test, when we do the actual testing, we take a few questions, and at the end, they should use the comment box, see if there's anything you liked about it or anything else. Then they show you your results. It's actually a set number. It's actually like a set number for you to pass or fail. The set number in general was actually like 700 points. So.
Well, like Sydney said, we use geometrics. They give us like a certain amount of questions, and first we use the training, and they give us different scenarios that we have to complete. And at the end of the test, we take the time test, and this gives you an hour to complete the test. And if you pass the test, you're certified. You get your certification.
Thank you. And as you might expect, there are a lot of other things going on in classrooms these days besides technology. So some innovative state policies that we're starting to see from the national level are really releasing some of those stringent holds on seat time and really relooking at the Carnegie unit and really giving schools the flexibility to manage their day, to manage their calendar, to provide opportunities for students to do these types of certifications within a traditional school year or school day. Other questions from the floor?
Well, thank you so much, Gwen, and students and staff from Griffin Middle School for joining us today. We appreciate it.